Welcome everyone to another edition of Mary Sky Ridley's video blog. I'm Mary Sky. So I want to talk to you all today about an update number 2. Now that I've gotten more information on Coppa, Coppa is well, it's not good. Okay, it's the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Okay, and to me, I call it bullshit. Okay. Here's the little history about YouTube, okay? When you signed up years ago, you had to be 13 years and over. Anything under, it wasn't appropriate for children, okay? Now, all of a sudden, over the years, let's fast forward to when Google started having, things. The problem is, and I'm not going to say it's a good thing or a bad thing or any indifferent, but it is literally bullshit, okay? The problem with the families of these children is they use YouTube as a babysitter. Literally, just give them a keyboard and a mouse and let them find what they want YouTube wise, and then the rest of us have to suffer as creators. Now, it also has to do with the FTC basically turning around and saying, "Oh well, your video is kid friendly. It's got a Christmas tree." No, it doesn't. Here's a secret, okay? If you want to make it so you can avoid children, okay, and do your own videos at any time, given their take, drop a few F-bombs, basically. Fuck, yeah, I mean, you drop a couple of bombs, you're going to be doing great. And to me, I mean, let me put it this way, okay? The only thing I have that isn't kid-friendly, well, besides the dishes, is the only thing I can think of is the Christmas tree. But my videos aren't kid-friendly. They are adult orientated. I talk about transgendered rights. I talk about transgendered people. I talk about everyday crap. I don't sit there and say, "Oh, look at the doggy. Look at the doggy." Oh, see, what we're going to talk about today is Coppa number 2, the updates I've received and seen, and etc. Okay, so here's how it's working, all right? They're going to basically sit there and they're going to use a bot to make sure your channel is either Coppa compliant, kid friendly, or not. And if it isn't, well, it isn't. However, you got a lot of people that do it-yourselfing videos, like how to do this, how to make that, how to do this, etc., etc. Then you got the adult content like cigar reviews, etc., like I do from time to time, and tobacco and etc., and so forth. Then you got the kid-friendly stuff where people upload cartoons and stuff, but it's a bigger, complicated issue than anything out there because, for example, let's just say I'm staying in Portland with my family, and Dinky leaves her laptop on, and she's watching my video. Then she turns around and she goes and watches cartoons, and then back to videos, and then, whatever, flipping back and forth. Eventually, they're going to think a child is using the computer, and they're going to flag my video, could flag it as kid-friendly. When it isn't really fucking kid-friendly because I fucking drop F-bombs all the time. I mean, I've told people time and time again, if you really want to make a difference on YouTube, drop a couple F-bombs. However, the problem isn't about swearing or vulgarity. I'll tell you what it truly means now, okay? What YouTube has is a couple problems. Now, it's coming out that YouTube has got a problem with a premium plan that just came out with Disney Plus. You pay like $7 to $13. I looked into it just to be nosy. We're not talking about Disney. Disney is a greedy corporation. What Disney says Disney gets. But me, I'm just saying, in my own opinion, Disney basically decided to thump YouTube one, making Disney pay 100. Disney made YouTube pay 100, or Google, 170 million quid for basically the thing. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, my YouTube channel's going to go down." And I've seen people all over Europe talking about this, okay? Let me give you a breakdown, okay? The federal government can't sit there and say, "Oh, your name is Gimpy from England. We're charging you $43,000 per video." The fucking federal government can't enforce it. Look, they can't enforce other people's laws. They can't just go over to England and put a flag on some guy's castle and says, well, Your Highness, you owe us 43,000 per video. Pay up, and you owe us everything you own. No, the fucking Queen of England would sit there and say, get the fuck out of here, you fucking wankers! Greedy bastards! I mean, look, and not even many people that makes these videos, even if they get fined, has even a 10 cents to their name. Literally. What are you to do? Confiscate everything they own, lock them up? And then what? When you got 30 million people in jail, and jail's overflowing because of something petty like can't pay a freaking FTC fine, the FCC is just a greedy bunch of bastards. The guys out there, we're going to penalize the people that make the YouTube videos. Well, guess what? Why don't we penalize that motherfucker by giving him the boot? Fire that son of a bitch. The guy looks like he's got a spoon up his ass. I can spoon up my ass. I mean, the guy looks like a complete fucked up fucktard. I mean, Arlie Ermy had it best answered when he says, looks like the best part of you running down and crack your mama's ass ended up in brown sand on the mattress. I think you've been cheated. The guy's mom and dad, the dipshit that did the FTC thingy, the guy's mom and dad should have worn a condom. I mean, no offense, the guy looks like a fucking retard. Literally. And I don't know his name, but people show that video, that shooting fish like a barrel. Well, guess what? We should be, my bet is the best bet in this video is to talk about it. Okay, so on the seriousness here. So the YouTubers are getting penalized, okay? You do a video with cartoons and you upload it. For example, let's just say Dinky, my cousin-in-law, decides to make a video that's how to make little onesies, I'm just saying, for dogs. That's kid-friendly now. She can't make anything. Because they click kid-friendly, she just lost 95% of her revenue. Well, we're just using her as an example. Let's just say my aunt does a video, mind you, of my beloved, beautiful Aunt Aya does a video on cooking, and does it properly, right? Because cooking is all ages. Again, my aunt loses 95% or more. They take away the monetarization, which means you don't get when someone clicks the bell notification, no new content. Someone clicks on subscribe, you won't know. They disable comments. Everything that they're doing currently, they are disabling everything. If your channel is not commercial viable, they will delete it. I mean, literally. I mean, I haven't seen maybe 1 out of 20 videos. I was just talking to someone about this the other day. 1 out of 20 fucking videos where I turned around and I could not, quote unquote, could not remember, and it's been a long time, about what do you call it? Ads, commercials, and where they play ads to increase revenue. Well, I haven't seen any of those lately. The only thing I have been talking to a friend of mine recently about ads was YouTube. You search something, it comes up in an ad. I mean, that's how YouTube makes their money. The YouTube, you have all these people that pay for ads. I'm so damn poor, and because I don't use YouTube but as a platform to speak my mind, I could care less about monetarization. So if my channel gets deleted, oh fucking well. It just means they didn't like the F-bomb dropped too many damn times. The truth of the matter is, a lot of transgendered people are going to lose their channel. A lot of gay people are going to lose their channel. A lot of people are going to lose their channel. Even though they might bring in millions of clicks, the problem is, again, it's more about revenue. For example, if someone like the beautiful, beloved Randy Rainbow, gets a lot of views, they might basically remove that one on the fact that that it's not viable because it's talking about transgendered or the GLBT community. So technically it's not kid friendly. So you might have to put it as an adult thing, even though they're swearing in it. They might sit there and mark Randy Rainbow's videos, for example, as kid friendly because of the outfits he wears and stuff like that. But the thing is, to me, the FTC, it's a bunch of ball-washing bastards who's trying to tell us what we can and can't do, and basically get a lawyer. I don't need a fucking lawyer to tell me my videos are adult content only. All I'm going to say is if any of these FTC ball-washing bastards, especially that one with a stick up his ass, he can go fuck it and sit on a big fucking fat one and rotate, or he can go suck a big fat one. I don't give two shits. My video is strictly adult content. Now, let's go back to the children's videos, okay? Basically, the government is trying to force YouTube to be kid-friendly. My thoughts is, now that I've thought about it, is if anyone wants YouTube, all right? A lot of people say, oh, well, I need YouTube because it's free. It's free. It's free. It's free. Everything's free. It's free, right? Okay, so this girl says it is free. So you're trying to tell me that you want to have video service that's literally free. Okay, so you want free videos. You want free videos. That's fine and dandy. But if YouTube keeps hosting videos that aren't making them money or getting clicks, and the clicks, by the way, if anyone hasn't used any common sense by now, I got a shovel I could sell you, or a bridge that I could sell you that goes to nowhere. The shovel is to dig your own grave. See, adult content all the time. Jokes coming. Let's just cut to the bullshit though, and get real for a minute. The problem with it is yes, people know people are not putting two and two together. The Disney did this to try to get adult content. Now look, if Disney is doing Disney content, okay, Disney Plus. My beef is if Disney Plus is the Disney Plus, then shouldn't fucking Disney basically turn around and have restrictions for anyone under the age of 18 accessing an account? I mean, no, literally it isn't. What is it? Mom and dad's making payments and giving their kids Disney Plus? I would never have done that. My mother would not have let me have access to a computer if there was one, which I had one, but we didn't have fucking baud modems that were faster than what we had. We had fucking dial-up that was slower than shit-ass donkey butts. I mean, you want the slow-ass internet from the 80s, you got the slow-ass ones that connected to pretty much a server here and a server there, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is that basically nowadays they're using these programs. Disney is trying to use this as a babysitter. YouTube's been penalized. Disney's going to move in. My opinion is not a lot of people, and I'm going to say this out of love, even though he loved children, and I'm not saying in a perverted way. I'm saying as a person, he was an awesome person. You know, he did a lot of great acting. He took care of the kids. Was George Carlin, and George Carlin basically one of his best roles was Streets of Laredo, where he basically says, not anyone has a dime, Judge. Well, basically the same principle applies. Not everyone has a dime. And so, you know, the point is when it comes to this whole problem we're having right now on YouTube is the fact that they want to make more and more kid-friendly content. And yet, if they did that, they would have to basically either make it premium, which means every person pays YouTube, which a lot of people don't even want to do. They want to use YouTube as a platform for freeness because some people pay for Hulu, Netflix, et cetera, et cetera. And to me, I find Hulu, I only watch Hulu for a month. I wanted to find out recently, right now because, Hulu, I was just looking up something the other day and I was like, what's going on? Because a lot of people don't want to pay for a premium service, okay? They don't. I mean, literally, people don't. Now, I've had Hulu for a month. I thought Hulu TV was great, watching the Gypsy Road Blush Horror series, not to bring up Gypsy Road, but comes to the rest of the bullshit. I have need to spend some time seeing what's available. I found Hulu to be, you pay premium for what, So here we go. So YouTube turns around and brings out a YouTube TV program over the, the thing where you pay like $40 a month and you use your internet for TV. And then you turn around and you got other places doing the same thing, for like Sling TV and other things, Hulu, Netflix, etc. Amazon, and Amazon's getting cheaper and cheaper by the year. I mean, if you know what you're doing, but the free shipping, is the thing. They could probably subsidize and just go with video and be cheaper than the rest. But a lot of people out there don't want to pay the additional cost for etc. I mean, it's one ecosystem or the next, right? So, for example, it goes with YouTube. People sit there and say, well, if our account's deleted, we'll go to Twitch. You realize that Coppa is U.S. bound, okay? So people said that, well, we're not protected under Coppa in this country. No, you're not. Holland, Germany, none of those countries can enforce Coppa laws when it comes to U.S. laws. It's like the freaking United Nations can't go in and enforce a law that the U.S. believes in on another country. The United States can't come in and say, oh, I'm sorry, England, you violated Coppa 32 million times. We want 32 million times the money. Can't do it. Fucking England wouldn't do it. It'd be like English laws turning around and saying, look, we may have a monarchy. You don't have a monarchy. You must submit to us and we'll bring it back to you under the monarchy. No. The same thing is, it's an enforcement thing. They can't enforce things. Now, we got till January 1st. However, some people have till December 10th, and then it goes bye-bye, But let me put it this way. So basically, if you have anything in the video, all right, we're going to get down to brass tacks now. In the video that talks about monetization. For example, if I have a Hello Kitty stuffed animal in the background and it shows my thumbnail and the kid clicks on my video and it shows this kid video that's under 13, for example, it'd be 13, right? Or little kids, they're going to assume that video alone was made for children. So they might flag all my videos for children and find out my video has been misrepresented by YouTube. So YouTube can just flip a switch and say, oh yeah, this video here is child friendly one. I've dropped 50 fucking F-bombs. And they turn around, you can turn around. Here's how you get out of the whole fucking YouTube thing, okay? I've talked to the lawyers. The lawyer basically says if YouTube turns around, it turns on the auto correction feature, okay? And you can go through before January 1st your videos. I've done it myself. Find any that are, this video is for kid friendly. You can go and delete the fucking video and get it out of your way. And then if they try changing your other settings, and you are like me, a YouTuber that likes to use a lot of profanity or swearing, as some would call it, then just keep adding it into your private videos until either A, they think you're not making them any money, which means they throw you out, or B, just keep dropping fucking F-bombs. If you basically talk nice and slow and clear and use slang that children can understand, then your video will be clicked for suitable for children. Now, with me, I like dropping fucking F-bombs. I mean, literally, and I like to say things that I speak my mind about. Now, as a minister of God, I can't say I do like to talk about the current events and the everyday assholes out there. Today I was sitting there, like today, I saw an asshole. I'm like, look at that asshole. Yeah. So basically, I like talking about issues, or for example, someone's going to sit there and say, where is your companion, your roommate? Well, my companion right now is jacking off in the other room. There you have it. Why did I say that? Well, just to see if just to see what happens with the robot. Okay, basically the YouTube robot, the analytics of the robot. So because the robot is on YouTube, turns around and makes the decision whether you get, and if you get to hear that, it's starting to pick up a little noisy, which means my computer's getting a little hotter. So eventually I will have to let it cool down. But it sometimes it bothers my hearing aid. So what I'll do is I'll take it out. And no, it's not this is not a kid-friendly hearing aid. See, I'll put it in here. And then what happens is if I take this out temporarily, it doesn't amplify the noise through the computer, and I can still talk. So now, if you can't see it, there is a bottle right here. Now this, I'm just going to push a little way so no children can see it now, because we don't want to talk about pets here. And well, the other day I was talking about things. Now, everything in your video content has to be for either adults or children, okay? Now, with me, I do adults. Now, say, for example, like I said, you have Hello Kitty in the background. They're going to deem that your video is trying to mislead, to get misleading. Now, misleading means basically putting your video up as children content or, not for children, right? And you post something like, well, let's just say a Mario hat on the Christmas tree, okay? Kids see, oh, that's cool, Mario hat, and they go to it. Next thing you know, the Mario hat, right? Next thing you know, or they see a bunny sitting on the person's shoulder, and they're like, oh, yeah, and they click on a little kid. Again, even though it's an adult content, now they click it as, oh, this isn't adult content, but it is actually for children. I'm sorry, but if I got a bunny on my shoulder and I'm swearing like a fucking sailor, then that means my video is not for children. Children shouldn't even be going in here. You know that? It's like me turning around and saying, look, children, there is no fucking Santa Claus. Grow up. Grow a pair. You see? The point is everyone has a reason, okay? Now, for me, of course, like I said, everyone has a reason. Now, I, for one, want to say what? This is child-friendly, putting a hearing aid in my ears,
So there's some old bearded guy, an old white bearded man, who want to do a YouTube video on his hunting and fishing. The last thing he's going to want to wear is a red sweatshirt. You know why? They'll put him as child-friendly as Santa Claus.
Well, no, it's not the Santa Claus thing. Actually, she is kind of right and she's kind of wrong.
No, I'm just saying it's a joke.
Basically, she's right, but she's wrong. It's not a Santa Claus thing. What it really is if you wear bright colors, part of the YouTube thing, and she's completely right and wrong. She's wrong about the Santa thing. They'll change it. If you wear bright colors in your videos, it is earmarked for child-friendly. I mean, literally, the Christmas tree could, but, I've already dropped too many fucking F-bombs, so,
What's going to happen? LGBT, if they're on video, they're going to change their colors to black and white?
No, they're not. Basically, the LGBT is not going to do the same. The LGBT is going to be targeted, just like the non-LGBT.
No, I'm just saying, when you do YouTube videos, you're supposed to wear black and white now as an adult?
Yeah. Or, even though you could... Here's the problem, okay? You check the box that says this video, no, this video is not for kids. Like,
Another easy thing, just dress goth, or like, goth apparel stuff. That'll totally say, hey, it's not for kids.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The problem is, it's how YouTube basically does it. If Chloe is wearing fucking all goth shit, they can basically deem it as that she's playing as a witch of the West with the colors in the face.
Or put a profile picture 666.
Well, it doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to make is it's how YouTube basically clears it with their YouTube bots and the FTC. If the FTC thinks, even though Chloe's wearing a ton of makeup, looks like a fucking asshole, for example, I'm doing that for a reason here. I can do this. Then they turn around and they can deem my video as child friendly because of Chloe's makeup. And next thing you know, I get fucking fined $43,000.
So soon they're gonna want us to wear business apparel doing videos.
What they're trying to do, as Poppy said it best, is they're trying to basically do YouTube censorship for 99.9% of the people. Now, remember what I said. If you are someone who makes money basically doing woodworking, fly fishing reviews, and all this other shit, and it's for the thing is, there's 3 tiers that YouTube doesn't want you to know about. One tier is tier is, let's just work to the top and move our way down. I think the top is the best. The fucking videos like me that don't make money, that fucking sit there and swear like a sailor, they want to go through those videos first and delete them. Now, even if you're not making money, it's fine. It's not earmarked for kids, but you still got to click that box. Now, remember what I said, YouTube's terms of service. Go and have a lawyer talk to every video. My lawyer said you could drop fucking 50 fucking F-bombs in your video, and it's considered fucking adult content. And it isn't addressed at kids. You don't see me with a fucking bunny on my head dancing around, or you don't see the old days when I grew up a lot younger with the meme with the bunny sitting there with a pancake on its head that says, I don't know what you're talking about, but here's a pancake, a bunny with a pancake on its head. I mean, literally, look, these are things that we grew up in. You can actually find the meme, but my point is that.
What about this? Well, if you just put in your thumbnail, make sure you put in your thumbnail all your videos, adult content 18 plus.
It doesn't matter. They can still turn around and basically say that what you're doing is drumming children to come to your video by saying it's adult content, and say the robot basically turns around. And what they're trying to do is, if you do adult content, right, and you have nothing but adult viewers, you could turn around, okay, this is tier 1, and put adult content only. Thing is the YouTube bots and YouTube and the FTC could turn around and say, well, we want to nail this motherfucker because this motherfucker is basically doing this. I mean, look, I already said it best myself, and I will say it again in front of Chloe just because. The fucking motherfucker, I don't know his name. I don't care to know his name. I'm not going to spill his name. You can find it on YouTube, I bet, or Facebook, or Google. But that motherfucker that says that we're the ones going to be hung out to dry, the creators. The creators aren't going to take your shit, sir. They're going to fucking leave YouTube, and they're going to tell you to go fucking suck on a big fat one. So when YouTube fucking falls down a precipice and can't dig themselves out because of assholes like you, then there's a fucking problem because you motherfuckers brought it upon yourself.
There'll probably be some YouTubers probably going to leave the country to do videos.
No, doesn't matter. Coppa basically controls the entire fucking network. The only reason why they can't control everything is because Coppa can't control anything, as I tried to explain to Chloe, when it comes to fucking laws. Now, if Chloe's fucking an American...
They can move to another country and do whatever, and do videos there and not get nailed.
Yeah, but here's the fucking problem with Chloe's great idea. How many fucking people are going to spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to go move just to make fucking videos?
Oh, if someone did that. I'm just saying if someone did that. I'm not talking about it will happen. You're misconceiving what I'm saying.
And another asshole speaks. And another asshole. And another asshole. Dude.
Let's say someone moved out. If someone moved to another country, they'd be doing the videos.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. My thing is it's a good idea, actually. Okay, sorry, the neighbor's dog keeps barking, fucking yapping little shit. Okay, so here's the deal. So if you basically click your video is for kids, all of a sudden you lose the monetary values of making money. You lose the bell notification, you lose everything. Now, if you click this video is for adult content, for example, or adult only, and YouTube goes through their filters and sees you, let's just say we're going to leave names out right now for video's sake, and they see my crony buddies playing Minecraft, they're going to mark that as safe for children, even though my friends and buddies could be sitting there saying, yeah, that fucking pussy, that fucking pussy, that fucking pussy. Next thing you know, guess what's happened? They're basically getting in trouble because YouTube decided to change the settings of the video where you don't know about it to kid friendly. And the person's in the video basically talking about fucking pussies. And that's just a play on words, everyone. It's not really a attack on attack, but you get the idea. So basically when it comes to it, then if it does go to court, YouTube would sit there, well, there's video games in it. We're not at fault because this person here turned around and said, you fucking pussy. Then they throw the person under the bus. I mean, literally, the best course of action right now is to put in a comment to the FCC or FTC about this issue. And basically, you put in a comment and they will do the rest. They'll listen to maybe and they will change the rules. But right now, as it stands, after January 1st, they're going to do a complete sweep of the YouTube ecosystem. And people sit there and say, oh, well, I'll just go over to Twitch. That's great. We'll go to Twitch. Coppa will control Twitch. Coppa's going to control everything. Eventually, Chloe's not going to be able to sit there and post something about anything, and this is how Coppa's going to slowly take away the fucking internet. It could be a net neutrality thing, but here's the thing. Chloe could be right, Chloe could be wrong. The whole Disney thing, I think Disney had their honey hand in the honey pot to make $7 to $14, and it's like $13 plus for Disney Plus, National Geographic, and Hulu, which I just found out. I didn't know. Chloe should have told me this. Not that it matters, but Hulu was bought up by Disney. Now, I guess they're trying to get Netflix. Greedy son of a bitches. What's next? They're going to try to buy Amazon. All right, I'm Jeff Bezos. Bump! I just stumped Disney in the head. You ain't getting my company. I mean, Amazon's got more money and equity than fucking Disney, and Disney claims they own cruise liners and resorts. Disney's slowly going to go to the point where it's going to go to the dodo bird because no one can afford Disney. They can afford the movies, but going to their resorts and stuff.
So are you saying that one day you'll see abandoned Disney resorts with weeds growing around them?
Yeah, because look how expensive.
Or Disneyland or Disney World with closed down and weeds are all over the rides.
Yeah,
are growing.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look at it. Well, I mean, this is adult content. It's going to be because no fucking family members are going to be able to pay for the fucking tickets.
But yet Disney will still own the land and still prosecute any trespassers at the highest level.
So basically, when it comes to these things, okay, you click on child content, it turns around and makes it so you can't fucking make money. Now, tier 2, okay, that's tier 3. That's tier 3. That's the low tier. The middle tier is where I'm going next. First tier is you can make money if you have enough subscribers, which now you have to have 1,000 subscribers and like 10,000 hours watched of videos to even get monetized. They keep raising the ante so YouTube doesn't have to pay, which is fine by me. I don't give a shit. But if you guys are gonna force me to have ads in my videos and make the ads that I want to be the ads that I think would be perfect for my videos, not what you guys want. Just saying. Now, as you said, tier 1 is the high tier, the one where you put everything as adult content. Your channel's adult, your every video live is adult, and you just keep dropping F-bombs and everything else, and you're good as dandy. Now, tier 2, the second tier, is the in-between, where you can do great content. It's family orientated, which means it's general orientated for all people, which means, for example, you can watch 99% of Family Guy, SpongeBob, SquarePants, and others like The Simpsons and American Dad and Futurama and those things, right? Burger Time. Oh, I love Burger Time. With the fact of it being clean, literally clean. Okay. So you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I get that. I get the whole thing about it. Now, what they really are looking for is great content that can make them money. And 3 on the great content is for family orientation or family / for children. So, for example, if you're sitting there, my name's Redneck Stick Bobs. Today we're going to be sitting in this here tree stand and we're going to plug a deer. Well, first of all, YouTube's going to basically probably remove the guy's video for 1, talking about plugging a deer. Hell yeah. And 2, talking about the rifle, talking about the hunting in general, and it's not family orientated. It's like putting Bill Trowbridge from former Excalibur and be like, today we're going to be hunting an elephant with a crossbow. I mean, literally, that would be cool, but you know how many fucking family members would be throwing a fit about the elephant being killed with a crossbow? I mean, literally, or a lion, or, the thing is they don't want their kids exposed to hunting.
Suburban families support trophy hunting on endangered species.
Here's how I see it, okay? I see it as this is the whole thing about Coppa, okay? Coppa's going to get out of fucking hand. Now, I don't know about my aunt and my cousins with their children, but I will tell you my opinion. YouTube should not be a fucking babysitter. Literally, YouTube should be used for one thing and one thing only. To get the word out there for your video creators, whether you drop fucking F-bombs or you fucking drop fart bombs or if you drop fucking shit bombs or if you fucking stagger around completely and thoroughly shit-faced while you're drunk. Literally, the point being is you got too much, look, I went through my analytics the other day, okay, talking about analytics. The analytics is the statistics of my channel. I get like 82% of my viewers are looking for more videos of me in my panties. I mean, literally, if I known that, I would have done more of a panty video. I mean, look, if YouTube keeps basically telling me, oh, well, they're going to click my videos and say my videos are for kiddie friendly, for me swearing like a fucking sailor, then my next best bet is I'm going to be doing videos in my fucking swimsuit top where my boobs are showing. It's still basically a bra. I can wear a bra in my video. I can do bra videos. There's a few transgender women that's every video. Oh, look at us. We're wearing bras, thigh highs, and we're sexy. Oh, yeah, I want you. Oh, yeah. 2 trans women. One's post-op, one's pre-op. One's got large boobs. The other one's, you get it. They're both, trans women, and they do nothing but video. So what's that tell you? It tells you right there that if they can get away with it and do click on adult content, then so should I. If they really want me to basically keep these little tots away and the swearing ain't working, I will change my wardrobe and run around in my bra and panties if I have to. I mean, literally, the point I'm making is that they say the Christmas tree is a kitty magnet. It is not a kitty magnet. It is a Christmas tree. It is going to be a Christmas tree. It'd be like me telling you outright that this coffee cup that says Nub Cafe cigars is kiddie friendly. Well, let's just continue. I'll tell you another couple things in my video here that I want to have every one of you YouTubers realize who's watching my Coppa series. And that is, if I wear a fucking Santa hat, that basically says, look, kiddies, I got a Santa hat. That would basically trick them to come to my channel. And I don't want children on my fucking channel. I don't want a kid under 13 going, oh, I need advice. I want to be a girl or a boy. You're too young. You don't even know if you want to be a fucking toaster. And there you have it. So basically the point I'm making is that everyone around needs to realize that the world doesn't revolve around them. Toaster? No deal. Point being is the kiddies, the secret to making a great all-time good YouTube video to make a point is A, content. If you want adult content and you don't want children in your videos, I highly recommend dropping a few F-bombs. 2, do not show anything colorful or anything that is, that will drive a kid to come to visit your channel. For example, my Santa hat, not doing it. My Hello Kitty's on my Hello Kitty's on my bed, not going to do it. The other part of the content, certain things, like makeup tutorials or whatever. I mean, a lot of people nowadays, a lot of trans women are getting their channel shut down basically because their makeup tutorials are supposedly for adults, but kids are getting into it. I mean, so they're now saying, you're really on child friendly, whereas my opinion is if you're doing a video that's adult orientated, even though you check the selection in your channel, at least every 3 or 4 days, if you don't have a lot of videos, go through them to make sure YouTube and their bots didn't change it. I actually find my videos already set as adult, but I will always double check it and double check my videos once a week to make sure all my videos are, if there's one they deemed it's child, just delete the fucker. Just delete it and be done with it. One less video on their server. If they start basically going and trying to click on all of your videos and being saying they're child when you drop 5,000 fucking F-bombs, turn around, delete them all. Eventually, what are they going to do? They're either forcing you to delete your own videos or they're going to fucking try to find your ass because the fucking dumbass motherfucker over at the FTC with a stick up his ass, where his mom should have used a fucking his mom and dad should have used the fucking rubber because that guy's like, we're gonna prosecute the YouTube. Well, what's that word? The YouTube creators will be prosecuted. Why not prosecute these motherfuckers? Just fucking, prosecute them. Give them a good old ass beating. I mean, literally, no one should tell us that we have to make good content, bad content, shitty content, fucked up content. We just got to make content. It doesn't matter if you speak your mind or you do something where you're talking about calling a person a fucking dick or a fucking pussy. Literally. I mean, it's just words, okay? It's like me basically turning around, pointing and saying, she's an asshole, asshole, asshole. I mean, literally. I mean, my point is Coppa is going to get out of hand. Now, let's talk about the other parts of Coppa for a second. So, does this affect just YouTube? No. It's going to affect Twitch and every other fucking video place. Eventually, they're going to tell you you can't do risky photos and risky videos on, say, things like Instagram, Flickr, Tumblr, Twitter. They're going to say, oh, you can't do that because it is not right. Well, guess what? I don't give two shits if it's right or wrong. My opinion is when they gotta fucking turn around and say there's too many fucking well, what do they call them nowadays? Since you guys are called boomers, what's the new ones? The Zizos or the? Well, I don't care.
Generation Z, that's after us.
Well, what's the newest generation? The toilet bowl generation.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, what's after Z?
I don't know.
Y?
No, Y is before Z. Generation Y is the millennials.
Fine. The Generation Z / toilet bowl cleaners. They're the generation toilet bowls. Okay, let's just put it this way. The newer generations nowadays, their parents don't know how to fucking take care of a kid, so they turn around and they use YouTube. Meanwhile, they're going to fucking use more and more of the internet. When I was younger, we basically got our ass kicked outside to play. I mean, literally, we were the kids that had to build forts and go into stumps and hope like hell the stumps didn't have any bees or bats in it. Whereas nowadays, it's all fucking sitting on our ass on a phone, a tablet, an internet connection, a computer. Now, before we keep stirring the fucking churning of the butter of the shitstorm, it's going to get to the point where no one realizes Coppa's not just about crushing YouTube. It's about complete dominance over the fucking internet, okay? When they get rid of YouTube, they get rid of Google's YouTube will fracture, okay? Here's how it's seen. YouTube turns around. I mean, look, YouTube's got little devices, though, watch out their homes, literally. I'm sorry, I gotta itch this real quick. Don't mind me. You know, they're implants, but they can be itchy. Adult content, I tell you. Okay, so basically, eventually they're gonna go in and use Coppa for fucking all the social media. I mean, you can ask some social media guy on YouTube about it. He's got his own channel. Real great guy, by the way. Thanks for posting a comment to me. You know. Basically, I said in his video, you really want to make sure it's adult content and adult orientated. Drop some fucking F-bombs. There you go. So, okay, so basically YouTube, Facebook, etc. is going to turn around, and what they're going to do is they're going to basically do Coppa. Chloe sits there and says, oh, well, they'll just leave another country. They could. But, you know, Chloe's got a good idea. I mean, literally, you can't fault her for thinking a great idea. That's a great idea, but is it feasible or practical? Now, Chloe also asks all the time dumb, stupid-ass questions. That's why I call it, my videos today is called adult content, so I can say it. She's a dumb shit. Hey, dumbass. See, there you go. See, adult content. Now, honestly, you see, I'm doing this to show that if the YouTube bots basically mark this as kid content, that is where you really can fucking screw them over, because they will turn around and you can tell them, look, my video is addressed as adult content. I've used every derogatory word I could think of, except for a couple. Now, let's go on. So basically, YouTube is going to get the brunt of it as the experiment. Once they crush YouTube, YouTube's going to either have to go with premium service, which means everyone has to pay premium to watch YouTube vids like other places do, like Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, or they're just going to give up and basically still make money after ads. And eventually, I see Google faltering, and either if they can't pick themselves back up, Google might be gone the way the dodo bird. Maybe. However, it just depends. I mean, a lot of people don't like Microsoft, and a lot of people don't like.
Or you're looking for a buyer.
No, Google's like the second biggest company in the world. No, the problem is a lot of
they'll just discontinue YouTube.
Well, exactly. They'll discontinue services. That might be the case right here. We don't know what's happening. The thing is they want FTC wants to blame YouTubers, but
or they'll change over to Google Videos solely.
Here's what I don't get. Okay, honestly, I don't like being fucking interrupted either. But okay, amen. Fucking dickheads.
Just go ahead.
Go. Adult content again. I don't understand how fucking YouTube gets the fucking brunt of it. The free services like YouTube and Twitch get the fucking brunt of fucking the FTC. But the FTC's got their cock so far up fucking Disney's own asshole and backside that they're just fucking twisting and turning and basically enjoying it while they're basically allowing the Coppa to not be compliant with Disney content. I mean, look at it from Disney's point of view. Disney brings out their FTC thing, throws YouTube under the bus, right? Free content, free cartoons, free this. They come out, oh, if you want cartoons, we need to charge you $7 to $13 a month. Okay, fine and dandy in my opinion. But at the same time, they throw them under the bus, okay? All these places that do free videos, thrown under the bus. Chloe can understand that. Now, here's where I think it's bullshit. All of a sudden, every other company in the fucking world's got to comply with Coppa, right? Where's Disney? Again, their dick's so far up the backside of the FTC's, no one cares what the FTC thinks. They're just twisting and turning while they're floating their ass in the wind. Well, and everyone else is hurting, you see? Point is, it's simple. If the entire world, or at least the U.S., I don't know, if someone correct me about this whole FTC thing with globalization, because every other country cannot fucking nail the U.S. controls the Federal Trade Commission for the United States. That means the United States can be the only fucking one that can control the Federal Trade Commission. Now, they can't control anything else. So, okay, so here we go for the last part of my video. The FTC basically is looking the other way for Disney. If YouTube goes down the shitter, YouTube is just the starting point to disable millions upon millions of websites. And the reason for it is for data server reasons. You get rid of the data servers for useless websites like MySpace, Tumblr, Twitter, etc. Twitter people like, but eventually Coppa is going to have to basically force it on Twitter and MySpace and Facebook. What if Chloe goes on to Facebook one day, just hypothetically, and I'm not calling her names, those names were just there for poops and giggles. But what if she goes there and there's a copyright thing that's not a copyright, a notice. Change the terms of service changing due to Coppa. You must do this. You must remove your videos. You must remove this. You must click your website to say if it's adult orientated or not. So what? Are they going to start making a Facebook for kids? I mean, once they start making Facebook for kids until your Facebook turns 18 and then you change over to 18, I mean, literally, then what? Then what? Tumblr for kids? Twitter for kids? I mean, look at it from a point of view. Eventually, they're going to be basically making everything for kids. I mean, look, me and Chloe joked the other day about the barber pole colored fucking Amazon Eco Mini. That's like the size of a hockey puck. It's like, looks like fruit striped gum in different colors. It's like a child version. But if you buy it, it's programmed for children. So even if it's on your account on Amazon, it's for children. So, out of love for you all, you guys get the idea. So this is just the first wave of deactivating accounts. If it's not making money, your account's gone. If the robots decide that all your videos are child related, you lose 95% of your income. You can't make money off of children. Like I explained to Chloe, from what I understand, hypothetically, if you go to YouTube and you're watching cartoons, then you go to an adult-oriented video, then your account might be flagged for, and it might deem that the little kid, the bots will say, well, this person here who's might be 99 years old watching cartoons decided, oh, Chloe's got a new content. Let's go watch Chloe Spice Asshole. And all of a sudden he goes and watches it. Because he's been watching cartoons all day, they flagged Chloe's videos made for kids. Next you know, Chloe's getting a notice, for example. All right, we're at the FTC. We got our dick so far up your backside that we want fucking $43,000 and we're going to rape you. Yeah, that's what it is. It's fucking basically the FTC is doing public fucking rape. They're going to fucking rape you and fucking twist and turn. Now, let's talk about the fine for a minute, okay? The FTC turns around and doesn't like that they're talking about fines, okay? Again, George Carlin said it best in Streets of Laredo. Not many people's got 10 cents, let alone 5 cents, or even $1 million. And not even someone has $10 in Old West. So you see what they're doing is they're trying to ass rape you. So what is going to happen? They're going to fine them. Say someone's got 6,000 videos. You're going to fine them almost $600 million. What are they going to do? Nothing. They're going to fucking defer that to the court, say they can't afford it, go bankrupt, and that's it. Then you guys can't make a fucking dime. It's not even worth your time. You could just fucking deactivate the accounts faster than fucking sending someone a $43,000 fine that they can't pay. And because it's not a legal fine under these rules and regulations, you can't jail the fuckers. And if you do jail them, the jails are going to be so fucking full that most of these motherfuckers are going to just basically watch you guys basically feed and clothe them for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, while the fucking people in the outside world basically are going to do the same thing. Eventually, the whole entire fucking social network's going to be down the shitter because the shitter, no one wants to do social media. Eventually, if Coppa gets too fucking out of hand, no one's going to be doing social media. And then what happens? What's going to happen? The fucking internet. You're going to fucking have email. And every website's going to be fucking either compliant with special protocols to make sure you're 18 or over. Or two, it's going to be fucking special protocols for children only. No in between. So basically, if you sit there and you're on a website and it says, are you 21 or over? And you click yes. How many kids out there nowadays? And I mean, I want the fucking honest truth here. No one's going to basically post in the comment anyways. The FTC won't. But how many fucking people out there will tell me the damn truth that when it comes to clicking the age button for tobacco shops or booze that you're 18 or 21 or over? I mean, look, Chloe said it best yesterday. They'll all fucking lie through their damn teeth. Anyways, this video's gone far too long, but you guys get the idea for part 2. So basically, you're going to be losing 99% of your income. They're going to deactivate everything if you're kid-friendly, so basically you're losing it. So what they're doing is, if your video is kid-friendly, they're going to make money off of your videos by the clicks and collecting your data. That's what I wanted to say. And yet you lose your livelihood, your money that you've been making over the years. Now, if you click adult only and they find you got a fucking bunny in your video or Chloe looking like the Wicked Witch of the East, and they think that's child, you're going to lose a lot of money yourself. So your best bet is, in my opinion, for tips is, swear like a fucking sailor. Do not show anything that can even drive a kid into your channel. Remember, content is key. 1, don't show a Santa hat, for example. A Christmas tree, well, it's up year-round, so if anyone wants to say it, well, fuck them. The FTC can go suck a fucking big fat dick as far as I'm concerned. There. Now, when it comes to the content, don't wear bright shirts. Don't wear anything that shows anything like Hello Kitty or Care Bears or whatever in the topic. Don't post a topic like, don't post a topic, in your thing that's kitty orientated and show a thumbnail of whatever. I mean, if you like me turning around and and basically posting a picture or a thumbnail with me with a bunny on my head. I mean, literally, you can talk about the bunny, but you don't want to put a bunny, a cat, or a dog in a video. Literally, those are things you do not want to do anymore because they will flag it as kid friendly. And my videos are nothing but kid friendly. I say drop those fucking F-bombs. Not once, not twice, but as many fucking times as you want. Because that's the true definition of being American. And when you're done, play the musical song I'm an Asshole by Dennis Leary because it's great. I bet that song will be removed from the frickin' YouTube. Same with Ice-T's band, The Body Count, with most of his songs, but I mean, I have respect for the musicians, but you get the idea. Slowly, it's going to first trickle down on YouTube, and basically what's happening, from what I can gather, is Disney and others are trying to crush the rebellion by crushing freedom of speech and freedom of everything. Eventually, when YouTube, when MySpace, when Tumblr, Twitter, Twitch, you name it, they all fucking fail, we'll be back where we started from without computers. Computers will be only used for a tool for gaming, which will be cheaper anyways, or they will be used for email. Nothing more. Maybe a portable DVD player, but you get the idea, right? Right. So, out of love for you all, everyone, you got my opinion. This is just the starting of the FTC raping social media, basically, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to keep raping social media so social media basically complies, or whatever.
They want to break up support groups.
They want to break everything up. It's not just, it's the FTC. They got their dick so far up everyone's fucking backside, they're trying to fucking rape everyone. That's all it is. The FTC is a fucking puny little fucking company that's greedy motherfuckers, and all they want to do is make fucking money, and they want to do it this way. I don't see them going after the. Let me put it this way.
Do you see them going after religious groups? No, they actually.
They are. They are actually going after religious groups. They're going after everyone. When the FTC is going after everything on YouTube. You could be basically making a great documentary. Let's just say this, for example, a great documentary, and you're talking about religion. Mind you, let me get a religious book for a second. You could be talking about religion to the highest caliber, like this. And all of a sudden, the Book of Mormon, all of a sudden, you could be talking about your prophet Joseph Smith. And YouTube will turn around and flag it as, if you say it's adult content, they'll flag it as child content. Or if you file it as content for children to listen to because it's religion, they'll flag it as adult, and you still get nailed. So anyway, look at it, the FTC is becoming greedy little assholes. I mean, look, if the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, I believe, who controls the fucking newspapers, let's just say, if the fucking federal government is this fucking greedy, which I don't think they are, I think it's the FTC basically trying to throw every fucking YouTube creator under the fucking bus, which we won't go away quietly. If the federal government was this fucking corrupt, which I don't think it is, they would have the FCC go after the fucking newspapers like the Washington Post, owned by Jeff Bezos, just to shut down his paper because Donald Trump doesn't like what's said in it, or shut down CNN or other places, but they don't. Why? Well, for whatever reason. We don't know why the FCC hasn't shut them down. I know under Nixon they tried, but again, I say the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, they're just a bunch of little ball washing bastards, a little bunch of as Purple Maple Leaf, who's gonna lose her videos probably. You know her. I mean, look, the FTC is lazy as the fucking harvest goddess. They just want to fucking milk every fucking dime they can that's not nailed down and rape you on the way to the bank. Now, you know, the entire group of the FTC, because of this fucking law, same with the internet neutrality, all it is that they're like the little harvest sprites. They're all a bunch of little jackasses. As Purple Maple Leaf would say, they're a bunch of little jackasses. And I'm saying it from her point of view for the harvest sprites. The harvest sprites were a bunch of little jackasses. The rest are a bunch of jackasses. And that's the FTC. So, my point is before I log out, I got to get some food for the bunny. He deserves it. I wanted to say that if you look at it, this is just the tip of the iceberg of what's going to happen in the future. Eventually, I'm thinking this might be like 1984 or The Way We Lived In, which I should see if I can find that movie on YouTube. We pay for Prime anyways. We might as well see if we can do it. Chloe might like to watch that movie. It explains the whole thing with the video screens and everything else. You know, how the government's controlling you, not being able to procreate stuff. So you get the idea. So with that said, everyone, just remember what I said. Always, like I said, do not follow any of my own legal advice. I'm not a lawyer. I've consulted a lawyer. And as long as you know what you're doing, and you know what adult content is and isn't, you'll be fine. You might ride the storm out, but remember, they might just delete your account because they think it's not viable income. Or they might just take away 99% of your tools so you can upload regular videos but no live videos. They might just take away the tools ability to and give only the abilities to the ones that have earned enough views to continue. So we'll see how this plays out. Keep watching my videos. I will keep updating you from time to time. I will get back to my captain's vlogs where usually I don't drop many fucking F-bombs, but this video had to be said because a lot of you out there are going to lose a lot of monetary value and money and income. And, well, as I would say to some of my people out there that make money off of YouTube by itself as a job, well, it might be time now to get off your lazy fucking ass and get a job, you lazy fucking bums. I'm talking to you, Garrett. Just joking. I don't know, Garrett. All right, please add subscribe. Please post. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's wholesome fun, even for your dogs, your cats, grandmas, your Chloes, and your Ritas. Thanks for watching, everyone. Airy Sky out, and please leave comments. Tell me how shitty I've done things, or how I'm a fucking asshole.